They took your name, your land, your language, but not your legacy. Reclaim it at AfricanAncestry.com.
So my name is Melina Abdullah, and I am not an artist. I'm an organizer.
No, we are all creative.
Well, let me make my point. No, I'm not an artist. I'm not. I'm an organizer, and I'm a revolutionary, and I'm a mama, and I'm an educator, but I'm not an artist. And as I was thinking of to offer, what I have to offer is my appreciation and gratitude for those of you who are artists. Because as we do this work of transforming the world, and I won't disagree with many things, but I will disagree with one thing. Art, I don't believe. Hello? Better? Yeah. Art doesn't make you think as much as it makes you feel. As much as it makes you feel. Art, for me, is the healing balm that allows us to go out on front lines, allows our homes to be surrounded by police with assault rifles, allows us to have guns pointed to our chests, allows us to get beaten by the police and then come home and put on a Prince record, right? Art allows us to imagine the world that we seek to build. Art allows us to know, and I love what you said, because it gives us faith in the future, because artists help us see it and hear it and feel it. And so I'm not an artist, but I need art so desperately. And so I'm so grateful. I always say that there's two things that bring me joy in life, right? Dominoes, and that's a challenge to anybody who thinks it can play. I got a pack in my room. All right, I see you afterwards. Yes. Okay, all right. Dominoes and Prince are my two joys in life, right? Dominoes and Prince, right? And it's because, so we'll focus on Prince, right? And all music, right? All good music, right? It's because you all do allow us to feel and imagine. And I think that one of the most beautiful things about art is the submission to the creator. That's what I kept hearing you say, right? That real artists almost are lost in the art that they give birth to. And you feel God, right? It's why it's called soul music, right? Because you feel God, it awakens your soul. It reminds us that you have one in a world that tries to tell black people we don't, right? And so it is so imperative that you do this as your contribution to the revolution, as your contributions to world making. So I'm here to just say thank you. I'm also here to say that when we think about art, and I would never put words in Dr. Frazier's mouth, but I do feel what you said when you talked about the Temptations. I hope that as artists, you remember that process of submission and that process of allowing God to speak to you, because W.E.B. Du Bois talks about all art is propaganda. Tony K. Bambara talks about the role of the artist is to make the movement irresistible. So as you are submitting to God using you, please engage in that work of submission rather than producing things that are harmful to community. And one thing that I will say is I don't think that means mute our pain. Right? So sometimes people use words like the ones that we don't want to speak here, right? Because they are in pain, but that's important. For me, I was hip hop generation. NWA, that's art to me. When you say FTP, which I won't say here, but I will privately, because that's a mantra, right? I needed them to say that. I still need them to say that. And it might not feel like the Temptations. It might not feel like Prince. Right? But it's part of an expression of who we are, and it is a submission to the will of God. And an offering to movement. So I just want to offer that and again say thank you to all of you.
Yes. Thank you. So I don't know